What is up, you guys? It is your boy Keeper Ron. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic start to your week. I am sorry about the one one video a week uploads, but your boy is back in school and he's grinding. I'm just trying to get through the semester, guys. You gotta work. You gotta focus on your studies. It's always good to put some time aside for your hobbies, but never allow your hobbies to be more important than your livelihood. You heard? So, a few weeks ago, I uploaded a video talking about how Microsoft was actually planning to release their games on the PlayStation and Nintendo Switch consoles. And the reason I want to talk about this is because those were just rumors in the last video. It was just little information thrown out by a bunch of companies basically just trying to cause a hype. However, there was a lot of internal sources that said that it was real, that a lot of information was leaked, and people were basically saying that it's 100%. Again, never read what you see on the internet and take it as concrete facts. Always wait until the company that you're making your opinions of or thinking that they're going to do something does it. Don't just make up your own details. Now, the reason I am making another video of this is simply because if we take a look right here, Xbox boss Phil Spencer responds to PS5 rumors for Starfield and Gears of War. Microsoft might be dramatically altering its Xbox console exclusivity strategy in the near future. To address new reports, Xbox head Phil Spencer has confirmed a business update event for next week. It comes after we've heard Microsoft may be considering bringing games like Gears of War, Starfield, and upcoming Indiana Jones to PlayStation. On X, Spencer announced his plans. Let us read. We're listening and we hear you. We've been planning a business update event for next week, a week from today. We're looking forward to sharing more details with you about our vision for the future of Xbox. Now, if we look right here, there's just more articles. Again, I'm not just gonna keep saying the redundant information. I'm just showing you guys that I did some research on this. I'm not just saying it because I felt like it. No, there are plenty of articles stating that this is just something that's been in the air. Typically, when a company starts getting rumors that are factual out, they begin to address it prior. Hence, why Phil Spencer might be reporting a business update. Not many companies perform business updates, but last time they performed a business update was simply because they were buying Activision Blizzard. And that started off as a rumor. It started off as a rumor. Now, look at us today. It's finalized. They own it. They own the rights to it. That's the end of the story. They're making tons of changes in the gaming community, and Xbox is trying to make a statement. They have the money to completely buy every other company on the market. Honestly, I do not think that they're trying to compete or they're trying to be terrible people. However, their console exclusives have been a little lackluster, and unless they show us that they're willing to make a good exclusive game, I don't want them having every single game on the market, to be honest. With all that being said, though, I do like where they're headed. So, we have some more articles talking about Gears of War being on there. And again, I'm not going to read it just to be redundant, but I am going to talk about it. So with all these games coming out, there was some news a few weeks ago talking about how Xbox was actually going to go digital only. A lot of their physical media has been removed from stores. A lot of their advertisement hasn't been physical copies, but instead digital. The reason I think this is a big deal is because of the Game Pass. Game Pass is arguably one of Xbox's biggest. It's their Thanos. It's all the Infinity stuff. Day one launch exclusives. They have Activision. So if they feel like it after their Sony's little deal with Activision runs up, they can release all the Call of Duty games on Game Pass. That's their biggest moneymaker, the Game Pass, because they don't have to purchase physical copies. They don't have to make and manufacture physical copies. They just have to have a platform that can download the Game Pass and play and download straight to whether it's a PC and Xbox. Just that's all they have to worry about. And imagine that a company like Xbox can make more money by not ever making a console, but instead just owning all the games and a pass that gives you access to those games. What if these games, like Starfield and Gears of War, are on the Game Pass and the Game Pass comes out on a console like the Nintendo? People will buy it simply to play Starfield and Gears of War. Starfield and Gears of War may not be the best exclusive Xbox has ever had, but just with that in the air, it puts that hype around what we could potentially be seeing in the next few years. We've come to a time where every company wants exclusives and that's all they care about. Here recently, Xbox has been making a push, and even to win their Activision deal in court, they said they wouldn't take it off consoles, but instead bring it to more. And I think that they're stepping in that direction and they're going to stay true to their word. They really don't have a reason to lie unless they're planning to completely overtake gaming, and they're not going to. They have so much money, but they're the third place runners in gaming almost every year since the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. When the Nintendo Switch came out, it completely wiped PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and guess what? People still buy it today because the Nintendo Switch has great exclusives. But if you could play Nintendo Switch exclusives on a PlayStation and Xbox, do you think everybody would just buy a Nintendo Switch? That's where exclusives are kind of a good thing, but also a bad thing because not everybody wants to buy a whole nother console game. I think this is a step in the right direction depending on the route they take. If they're just planning to block every single game with the Game Pass, then I could see it being an issue. But if it's just bringing the games to a different console, bringing the games to more platforms, dude, even if it's an iPhone that can play this and have Xbox exclusives, because technically through cloud gaming, but PlayStation doesn't have it like that. This is one of PlayStation's biggest weaknesses, is the lack of support for their paid subscription services. They're just not worth it. And Xbox is showing that they have some worth coming up next week. Let's see what they have cooking. February 12th, we might see a completely different path Xbox is taking. We don't know. I just hope that this doesn't make anybody bitter. I'm just covering this news because it's a big deal for companies who intermingle. A long time ago, there was no such thing as crossplay. If you remember playing on the PS3 and Xbox 360, you remember how much you just wanted to play with your friend. Now crossplay is here. The only thing stopping in the entirety of gaming of being a united force is simply the exclusivity of game. That's the unfortunate reality. With all that being said, guys, please leave a like and subscribe. Check out my other video on Xbox. I'll leave a link down below. You guys have a great rest of your week.